Hey guys! I want to bake with you again today, and today we're gonna make Mailänderli. It's Swiss cookies, small cookies, and they're really good. You can have them with coffee, tea, or anything. And in Switzerland, we get them around late November, December. So yeah, Christmas time, and I hope you like them. So here we are. You will need once again quite a big bowl, and in this bowl right now you can see 250 gram of butter cut into pieces, and we're gonna blend this now with a regular blender. And so I recommend to you that before you start baking that you have the butter out in room temperature for a while, so it gets more soft and this blending gets easier. Let's go. So now we're done. You can see that by not too much stuff is anymore sticking to our mixer here, and like the butter gets like little tops like little. Next up we're gonna add 225 grams of sugar and a dash of salt, which I already have here in my sugar, and we're gonna add 3 eggs. Once everything's in, we're gonna blend again. Beautiful. So now we have this very bright yellow mixture with the sugar and the eggs. And the next part now is I'm gonna add the zest of a lemon. And for that I'm using this one here. It's very easy, as I can just place it on top of my bowl. I'll try to show you that. Like so. And then I hold it and then I just get the zest in. Now for that I need 2 hands, so I'm afraid I can't show you that. But what's important is that you only get the yellow stuff here. And as soon as it gets like this almost white part, you don't want that because that's a little bit bitter and we don't want that in our cookies. So we really just want the outer part of the zest, okay? So now we're gonna add 500 grams of wet flour, and my bowl here stands on a balance, so I will check how much I'll add. And I took it away from the balance so I'm not pressuring the bone so much, and now all we do is we blend all of this together. And I'm back, and as a last step, when everything is sort of quite blended already, then I actually also go in with my hands and do the rest, and gonna get it like into one piece, so to speak, like put it together like this. Once again, I will need 2 hands for that, so I'm sorry, so I'll have to be back later. And here I'm back, and now this is perfect. It's in one piece, and it shouldn't stick if you like do something like this. Towards the floor, of course. It is a bit breaky, like so, like it's very easy to work with, that's fine, but it shouldn't stick here in the end. It did for me at the beginning, and don't panic if that happens to you, it doesn't matter. All you do is then you just add a little more flour, then you keep working with it, and as you saw, I've taken it out from my bowl because it's so much easier to work on a big area, and then yeah, just keep working with it. You also notice it on your finger whether or not it sticks very much. Add more flour until it stops sticking, and or if it doesn't from the start, then very good. It always depends a little bit on the egg size and things like that, so sometimes yeah, it's very possible you need more flour, so don't worry about that. Put it back into the bowl, and I prepared plastic foil here, and we're gonna put it into the fridge, protected like this for 2 hours. We just need to cool it down, that's especially for the butter in there, and then we will start baking cookies. So we'll be back in 2 hours. So here we are back, and now what it should feel is like kind of hard, like this. So it's really like a nice dough here, and now we can actually form cookies out of this. So it's really important that you do this cooling down, because it's actually harder to work with it and make cookies while it's not cool. Then I go ahead and did some preparations. So I have a baking sheet here ready, so as soon as I make my cookies I can put them on here. I have some egg yolk here. It's 2 egg yolks, and then it's a little bit of water in it to make it more thin. And lastly, I put the oven on 200 degrees Celsius and let it warm up right now while I'm doing this. And what I have here, this is something you can buy in Switzerland, and I'm not sure about in other countries. We can see a little 5 here. This indicates 5 milliliters, and so this is how thick these things here are. And this is for the cookies, so we get sort of perfect dough. So what you can do then, you have here this roller. Let me show you. So I'm gonna put the dough here, and then you can just press with all the force you have on the roller, and you get the dough in the same thickness all over. So this is why we have this. I'm always gonna use a little bit of flour here on where I'm working. Once again, so it doesn't stick too much, because yeah, we do have a lot of butter in there, so it is a sticky dough a little bit. And then I just grab some parts in it, doesn't really matter how much. And I'll just put it here, press it down a little with my hand. And now I'm gonna roll over it. Obviously I can't do that with one hand, so I'll do that. Now I'm back, and now as you can see, like, the dough is at the same thickness everywhere. So this is perfect for making our cookies. What I have here is I have like these forms here, so of course you can cut them out yourself if you want to. For simpleness sake, I use these forms, which is why the border for me around my cookies doesn't matter. So I just use this, and then I'll put it onto my baking sheet here. This is our very first cookie. I'm gonna put them very like close to each other, because this 500 gram wet flour dough gives you a lot of cookies, so you want to go ahead and make sure you put them closely. This will actually, we will most probably bake 2 times. Now that we've done this first part, what I do, I just grab all of this, put it back together again, take some more from my bowl here, put them together a little bit, like so. And you can see, if you do this yourself, this is so easy to work with. Like, this is literally, seriously the easiest dough. Once again, a little bit of flour just here. And I'm gonna roll this again, and then this is what you do until your baking sheet is full. So let me do that, and I'll be back when I'm done. And I am back, and I still have a lot of dough to go, as you can see, but I filled one complete baking sheet, like so. Wonderful. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna use this egg yolk, and I'm gonna use it on every single of the cookies. This should be all of them. As a matter of fact, if you should forget one of them, it's not like that they are uneatable or anything, so they will taste a little bit different. Matter of fact, they get much more dry and much more crunchy, but other than that, it doesn't matter too much. So now I'm gonna put these into my already preheated oven of 200 degrees Celsius, and I'm gonna bake them for more or less 10 minutes, so it's not that much. So I'm gonna use a second baking sheet for the rest of my dough. So if you don't have 2 baking sheets, then yeah, I would actually suggest to put the dough back into the fridge while you're waiting. 10 minutes later, and here they are, finally baked. And as you can see, they're not really brown, but they're not supposed to get. If they get a little brown like here, that's absolutely fine, but you do want them yellow. So this is nice, and as with most bakery things, let them cool down. Don't eat them like now, not that good. With these cookies, actually, the longer you keep them, sometimes they actually taste even better. So like the day after or 2 days after. So yeah, just gonna let this cool down. And here I'm still working on my plate number 2. And this is all the dough that is left. So I'm almost done. So this is gonna be baked too, and then we have a hell of cookies. Awesome, so I'll be back when that's ready. And now I'm back, and I'm basically done. I mean, I could take one more of these, for example, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. So all of this, I rolled it out in like a round shape, so to speak, and this is my last cookie. It doesn't matter too much if they touch each other. That's a plus thing, because they don't grow or anything, and they're easy to separate again. So, but here we have it. And now I'm going to do the same thing again with the egg yolk on these here. So then we're ready to bake them. So now these will go into the oven as well for approximately 10 minutes in the 200 degrees Celsius. So I'll show you when I'm all done. Hey guys, I'm back and I'm all done. I have here very nice cookie bowl and lots of cookies. And I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the cookies. They're a little bit special, like I said, with the lemon chest and stuff like that. So yeah, and it's very easy to make. So go ahead and try and have fun. So see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.